Good evening. Happy Tuesday. What's up, Mr. Jeff? How are you tonight?
It's light outside. Look behind me. It's
I
still
know.
light outside. The time changed.
It's kind of weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been dark for so long since we started doing. Hey, do you know how long do you think we've been doing these lives?
Got to be at least 8 months.
So you first signed into this thing a year ago yesterday. Now that doesn't
Really?
mean that's when we started. But when
Okay.
I went to sign in tonight on StreamYard, it said first you set this meeting up on March 10th.
Okay.
Or
Well, it was probably a
set
month
it up
after
every
that.
week.
Yeah, I have to create it every week, so I'm surprised it says March 10th.
No, that
Oh,
was then.
I
That was
created it
yesterday.
yesterday.
See, okay, I'm done. I'm done. I'm not even talking tonight.
Well, hey everybody, I'm Mark. This is Jeff. We're with the Charleston Area Living Group, and we talk about all things real estate across the whole state now, really. We've got a team member up in Greenville now, and we started talking about Myrtle Beach. But this channel is specifically for the Charleston area. And we would love to talk more with you one-on-one if you're thinking about moving here or selling or investing in the area. We would love to talk more. We do Zoom calls all the time. At the end of the broadcast, there'll be a link. You can kind of scan it in with your phone, the QR code, or the link down in the description and schedule a Zoom call with us. And tonight, we are having Free for All Tuesday. And that might not be so different from every Tuesday, but we're going to go all over the place. I know last week we talked about getting the HOA Facebook page stuff. I didn't have time to do that today because I came here straight from Del Webb with the client. So unfortunately, I don't have any of that today, but we'll try that for next week. Is that okay, Jeff?
Yes, seeing as I have no earthly idea what you're talking about, I'm fine with that.
Remember, we were going to do the funny stuff we found on the HOA?
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, we can do that.
So I didn't have time for that. But we will go over some area stats. I've got some year-to-date stats we can go through. We'll talk about some neighborhoods that we visited. And we've had people just show up in town next day. Like, we were up in Myrtle Beach last weekend, and somebody called us and said, I'm coming in town tomorrow instead of next month because I see some stuff that I want to see.
And so we made it happen.
Made it happen. So yeah, what did you go to? Like, I don't even see you today. Like,
well, look what I did remember to do after like 2 weeks.
You found it.
Yeah, it was on my golf cart. I took the garbage out tonight to the garage. I'm like,
sorry.
oh, that's Mark's doohickey on my golf cart still. So I'll bring that tomorrow.
Thank you. Yeah, I've been looking for that in my car. It's like my phone's all over the place. I don't know where it is.
It's very sticky.
It is, and it's magnet. See this magnet?
Yeah, so that goes on that. So this was on my golf cart. If you've seen the channel lately, we've done a bunch of videos by golf cart, and so this one was stuck on the windshield. So we were filming out front and then back on us, and then Mark had the little doohickey in his hand also. That didn't sound right at all. Mark didn't have the little doohickey in his hand.
No.
He had the Osmo in his hand, and so we were doing 3 cameras. So the editors were very busy in those. But people seem to like those. If you've seen those, throw a note down here. Let me know what you think of those. If you want to see more golf cart videos or. But yeah, I'll remember to bring this tomorrow.
Thank you. So we do these lives because we were getting lots of questions. So if you have a question for tonight, down in the comments, drop your question in the comments. We'll be able to see that and pop it on screen and try to answer your questions live. And most of the time we know the answer. Sometimes we don't. Sometimes we make it up, and sometimes we find the answer later. Right? Jeffrey.
I have a question.
Yes.
So since there's no guests on tonight, and you said it was kind of a free-for-all this evening, does that mean I'm released? As soon as something pops in my head, I can just throw it out there?
Yes. Just don't interrupt me too much, though. Like, I wouldn't want to interrupt you, and you don't interrupt me.
No, but I raised my hand.
Yeah, no, that's great.
Okay, I don't even have a thought right now. I just, in general, over the next hour, I want to know if I.
Yes, yeah, you can raise your hand anytime. Yes, Jeffrey.
Hi guys, watching you on our beautiful front porch. Oh, Lisa, that is a nice. I bet you it's a nice time of day to sit out there. It's actually gorgeous weather here in Somerville today. It was cold and rainy a couple days ago, but I bet it's very nice on your front porch right now.
So that's a beautiful front porch. And then I just came from Del Webb Nexton, and Bill and Joan were sitting on their front porch. So our client got to meet Bill and Joan, who
good.
And can you believe that they've been there almost a year? They're getting ready to do their year inspection.
No, that doesn't seem like. And actually, that brings up something. Is you can do a lot of our people do, and I did it at my house. I actually had an inspection done at my 1 year anniversary on my new house. So technically, some of our people end up doing 3 inspections. If you build from the ground up, you should do one pre-drywall.
Yes,
that gets to see everything behind the scenes of the house there. And then we do one about 10 days before close. And then if you want to, after you've been around for a year, you could do one at the end. And I actually was having a problem with my house, and I was pretty sure the builder was going to fix it, but I had mine done at the 10, 11 month mark just because I wanted paperwork backing up what I was saying was the problem. And so I did one then also. And Mark, what do you say so we sold 91 homes last year. I would say on those, we had home inspections done on about 89 of them, I would say.
Yes, I agree. Yeah, there was only, you're probably right, about 2 that people just didn't want to do that. And we're usually going to talk you into it. So,
we're just agree you're going to do it. You don't have to do all 3.
Yeah.
Here's a question, Mark. Would you prefer them do if they were only wanted to do one, would you say the pre-drywall or the final, 10-day out deal?
Well, most people sometimes, I shouldn't say most. A lot of times,
I think we're going to disagree on this, by the way.
Yeah, a lot of times we can't catch the pre-drywall, and people will do the final right before the final walkthrough, and that seems to catch most things because there's still codes that the builder has to go by. But every pre-drywall inspection we do, there's at least 10 or 20 things on there. So it's not perfect, and that's why we recommend doing those. It's worth the $450, $500. And then I don't know. Like, I could almost make an argument the 10 month after you move in is the most important.
Well, I never thought of it that way, but I could go with that
because that's your last hurrah to get it done. And I usually tell people 10 months after. But I think the one right before closing is, if I could only afford one, that's the one I think I would do.
Yeah, and I think the reason that we really push for that one the most is that gives, because on that one, we're going to find 10 to 20 items typically that are not right. And that gives the builder that last week or 10 days to fix those problems. So it's not a problem when you're in the house, because there's nothing that stinks more than having a bunch of contractors come in your house the first 2 weeks you're in the house, so you're trying to get everything put away and get all your furniture placed and get your palm trees installed. And notice I threw that in there. And so I think the final one before the close is the most important. Yeah,
I think you're right. But you got to have at least one, and we recommend all 3. Like, seriously, like what Bill and Joan are doing with their house, I think is perfect. And they threw a loop on me. They said, hey, we used your inspector number 1 or, inspector A on your list here. Would you recommend inspector B as well? And I was like, yeah, I used them on my house. So they use one at final walk, and then they're using a different inspector at the 10 month because they want a fresh set of eyes. And I was like, that's pretty smart. There's nothing wrong with that.
I could make a case both ways.
Yeah.
There's a thought pattern to that, and then there's the other one, stick with the same one with the pre-drywall, because then anything that was on that pre-drywall inspection that they could see, because there's like that they're going to be up in the rafters during the pre-drywall, and then that allows them to go back up in the rafters and check to see if whatever they put in the first one was fixed. But either way, as long as it's being done by a licensed quality inspector, that's what we care about.
Yep. And we got 2 that we love on our website. If you go under our preferred business list, you can see all kinds of contractors there, and we keep updating. We forgot somebody last week or the week before, and we got them added, and so we're constantly adding people to that too. We even got recommended banks on there. Like if you move here and you want to know what bank we use, that bank's on there. I don't know if your bank's on there, Jeff. My bank's on there.
My bank's okay. I wouldn't. If I was to, it's just such a pain to change banks. If I was to start all over, I would probably do a different bank.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to talk that great about mine. I mean, they get it done. They have my money. They've never lost my money. It's okay.
So we got lots of comments, but it's Lisa and Mike going back and forth. Mike's coming downtown or coming down April 7th and 8th for inspections. And
it sounds like it's right across the street from Lisa.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool.
We're building friendships here before people even move in.
We got a whole community thing here for sure.
Might get her to make you cookies.
Yeah, I wish I knew what those tasted like. That would be nice.
Maybe get some from Mike.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to because you don't share. So
I will share next time. I promise.
Okay, let's jump right into some weekly analysis of the market. So our question we have every week is how many homes over 1 million that went under contract last week? How many of those were over 1 million? So last week there were 215 single-family homes that went under contract, 282 total. So how many of the 215 are over 1 million in price? So we'll come back to that in a minute.
These sticky notes on my desk. I'm going to write my number down for you. But look, it's like I'm kind of struggling to focus on what you're talking about because I want to play with the sticky notes.
Yeah, it's an accordion. That's cool. 47 plus 45 for the Berkeley County kind of area. So 92 of those 215 were in the Somerville, Hanahan, Goose Creek, Moncks Corner area. So that's pretty cool. 59 condos. Median price was $560 for the whole area, so $261 a square foot. And then when you come up here to Somerville, Ladson, we're at $369 and $400 for the 2 different areas. So a good 160 shorter than the whole area. I got some year-to-date stats too, and they were saying on the commentary on that around Charleston inside 526. Inside 526 in Mount Pleasant for downtown and Mount Pleasant. Those were the strong areas so far in February. But February was actually 7% less transactions than same time last year. So that's interesting. It's kind of, last year wasn't a huge January, February either. And We're seeing even less than that. But pricing year to date is up, especially in February. I think it was 3.3%, if I remember correctly.
So less houses selling, but selling for more money.
Yeah. There are some strong areas and then some weak areas. So months of inventory, 6 months of inventory is known as a balanced market for buyers and sellers. Can you believe we have one area that's 17 months, Jeff?
All right. So I'm going to say that is a higher dollar amount area, but not the highest dollar amount areas.
Yes.
So 80% of the highest market would be, I'm not sure what area it's going to be, but I feel like it's going to be at the higher end of the dollar amounts.
So there's 5 different areas.
Folly or something.
You got it. You nailed it. Folly Beach.
Yeah.
That's the highest. There's 5 areas that are 8 months and higher. So Seabrook is in there, Awanda, which I'm kind of surprised because as Mount Pleasant builds out, Awanda is the next town over, and you would think that would be more. And then Isle of Palms, which is a high price range.
Yep.
And then this one surprised me. The St. George, Harleyville, Reesville area was at 12.5 months.
Interesting.
So, yeah, a little bit longer on market there. The rest of the area were either, 7 months and below, all the way down to only 1.8 months of inventory in West Ashley inside of 526. So,
in our real estate careers, I've got about 8 years, and you've got 7 years, I think, somewhere around there. You and I have never seen a balanced market where in the area that we mostly work in, have we?
Not really. I mean,
Somerville's maxed out at like 3 months.
Yeah, exactly. Like Somerville right now is at 3.1 months.
Yeah.
So that's about average.
But still, so if balanced is 6 and Somerville's at 3.1, I don't know that correlates into the feeling that I'm getting, because I feel like this is a bit of a buyer's market in Somerville right now.
Yeah, I think we get that feeling though because of the new construction. So that
yeah, but that's all included in those numbers.
It is, yeah. Yeah, because it's the whole area. Yep. So interesting stats. So all right, everybody, put your number in the chat. How many homes out of the 215 single-family homes that went under contract were over 1 million? So I'll give you a couple hints. Before, we were averaging about 20 to 25. And then recently, the last 3 weeks have been up pretty high. As high as, I think we went as high as
60 or so.
Yeah. So Jeff is saying 26 homes. Is that what you say, Jeff?
I'm going a little lower this week, yeah.
Okay, 26 homes.
I really just did this to show off my haircut I got tonight.
Lisa Silva says 37. Pete says 29. Rose says 34. Mike 29. Paul's on. Hey, Paul.
Hey, Paul.
33.
Hi, Edna.
Hey, Edna. Bob, 38. And Carrie True says 45.
Good. Let all these people down. Let them know I'm right.
Yeah, Carrie's the closest because the number was 42.
Carrie
was on it.
Rude.
Good job, Carrie.
I feel like I did terrible. I was way off tonight.
Yeah, 42, buddy. That's a lot of homes over 1 million.
Yeah.
So even some of the commentary from the smart guys was pricing is very impressive lately. And if we're seeing the number of homes sold down, I'm a little scared at mortgage rates have ticked down slowly the last 17 weeks. Mm-hmm. I'm a little scared to see what the end of March and April and May and June is going to bring if we're under, because we'll make it up somewhere. And I think this spring is going to be popping, especially if those interest rates still come down.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's going to be a strong year. If you're watching this and you're in the 55 plus space, I think that we're in a good place because there's a lot of inventory coming. Mm-hmm. So I don't know that the 55 plus space will see, massive price increases. I think our people will be okay this year. I'll be interested to see what Horizons does when they start releasing more back into the market. We've had a little lull out there. But in some of the other neighborhoods, we've got some great pricing. That Four Seasons, we were looking at some this week. There's some of the spec homes. They had some great deals on some of those. Mm-hmm. And we've seen more spec homes coming in Del Webb and Four Seasons in Crestwind. And so as those spec homes get closer to completion, if they're not sold, they make some deals on them.
Yeah. Well, let's jump right into that since it's free for all Tuesday. I wish it was Friday. I wish we did these on Friday just so it could say.
Yeah, let me think of a term. We need a T term.
Yeah. You think of that.
Tuesday. I'll work, but that's all I'm going to be able to think about. I'm not going to be.
Oh, I lost Jeff. Hold
on. You made me go away. What the?
I hit the wrong button. Oh, why is it not doing that?
What? Hello.
There you go. Let's see if I can do it this way. This system is there we go.
There you go.
The system is new. Like they changed stuff around since last week.
How dare they?
Yeah. So you're talking about Horizons over in Summers Corner.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like they're about to release 4 homes. And notice how they say low, mid, low, mid. So we learned last week that 2 out of 4 of these, they were actually asking people to bid on them. Because
not a fan of that.
They're so far ahead of sales, and the want is still there. The demand is still there.
So I hate that so much.
Yeah.
I just tell me what the thing is going to cost. We went through this a little bit back in COVID. There was a few builders. Pulte was kind of big into it. They would, release a lot or whatever, and then they would have people bid on it, and they'd take the highest bid. And I hate that.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. Yeah, so it looks like they got 2 of the Cottage series. The Waverly is that mid we like, and then one of the Estate series, which this Camila has the 3-car garage. This Waverly is popular because it has the 4 bedrooms that people like in the big huge dining room space.
Yep. Having the 4th bedroom in a one story. We don't have a ton of that. We've got some of that coming in non-55 pluses, but hey, listen, that amenity center is going to be opening here in Horizons, the end of this year, 1st of January. I'm excited about it. It's going to be a great neighborhood.
Yeah, we got 2 big amenity center reveals that'll be coming up. One in Horizons here in Summers Corner, and then your neighborhood, Jeff. I can't wait to get more video of that.
Yeah, we found out that the amenity center in Carnes is going to be opening. I got an email from the HOA because I live in here. I think it was May 13th or May 16th or something like that, but mid-May. And I'm going to be able to go in and take a tour as a community owner here a couple days before that. So I'll be super excited to get video and show you on that next Tuesday night.
Can we put a hidden camera on your collar or something?
Oh, I don't care. I'm going in, baby. I'll be holding the Osmo, rolling through. I'm taking video. If I get yelled at, I'll blame Andrea. She'll be dealing with me. I don't have to pay for that new amenity center if I didn't want to.
Yeah, that's right. You said but
yeah, the original people in Carnes here, they have a choice if they're going to join it or not. Of course, I am going to join. I think it's going to cost me $45 a month to be, but I think it's a great value for, the gym, the pools, the playgrounds, the pickleball, the tennis, the basketball court. Riley's really looking forward to the basketball court.
Oh, the basketball.
The farm thing going on over there. They're growing crops. There's green stuff coming out of the ground over there.
I can't wait to see you in your farmer hat.
I'm not going to have a farmer hat. I'm definitely going to have a farmer hat. I just rethought it. Overalls, farmer hat. That's all I'm wearing. Overalls, nothing else. Come home and play farmer with Andrea.
All righty. Let's move on to Del Webb, shall we? All right, so Del Webb next in where I was tonight. There's 5 available spec homes, but only one of them is in the distinctive series, which is that middle series. The other 4 are in the scenic series. And so they're the little bit smaller homes, 1,300 square feet. So there's 3 contours and 1 hallmark. And then the mainstay, which is their brand new plan, I am shocked that nobody's picked up on this one yet. It's
Has that video
29,000.
come out yet of us showing the mainstay?
It is not. No, sir. That's why it hasn't sold.
Yeah, so listen, there's a video coming soon on our channel with a walkabout on this mainstay. Oh, not this one, but one of them. It's a great model. Really, really nice.
Yeah, that video is based on my planning guide. That video is not coming out until March 16th. So
you
another
should see 5 days from now. So what's that? Sunday, probably.
Yeah.
You should see Mark's Excel spreadsheet that he has built for what videos are coming up on the channel, and when and where and what they're about.
Should I show it?
It's glorious.
All right,
sure.
So here's my fancy dancy.
Look at this nonsense.
It has our published date, what channel it's going on, what date we're filming it. I've already got how many calendar invites did I send you yesterday, Jeff?
Oh, I got like 17 emails about filming dates.
What video location we're sending?
Thank God for you. I would wake up on a Tuesday. I'm like, let's go do a video about this, and then we go off. And I might have done one the week before. Everybody needs a Mark Klim in their life. If you're not an organized person like me, you need you a Mark Klim with spreadsheets and Excel and all that stuff.
So the Mont Blanc loft we talked about last week in Four Seasons, that is sold. And we got 2 more coming, though. Wow. So they just added these 2 more. They're under 800,000 because these are both with the loft. So they're 3,200 square feet. So you got like 10 and 10,000 off each one.
Yeah.
This is big homes. They'll both be available in July. You've got a couple Donegal lofts and a Donegal regular. Donegal not loft.
I'm a big fan of that Donegal loft.
Yeah, it's almost 2,500 square feet. You got that bedroom upstairs.
Yeah,
lots of room upstairs, right?
Yeah. Bedroom, a loft space, full bathroom. I think it's got a walk-in closet or a little reach-in closet, whatever it is. There's a lot of steps, though. Because these ones that have a lot of people when they're looking at these houses, I want the loft, I want the loft, I want the loft. Just be thinking about it. Listen, you may not be able to run them steps forever like that. And being that the ceilings are so high on the first floor, which is a good thing, there's a lot of steps to get up to the second story, which is good if your mother-in-law lives with you and then maybe she trips and falls down the steps, breaks a hip, she goes off to the nursing home, and then she's not your problem anymore.
That's only your mother-in-law. Everybody else likes their mother-in-law.
That doesn't sound right to me. I think you need to check your facts.
Look, Jackie said my spreadsheet is fantastic.
It really is. It is so impressive. I don't know what I would do without me and Mark Klim in my life.
So the regular Donegal is only $460.
Wow, they got Donegals everywhere.
Yeah, so 2 Donegal lofts and a regular Donegal, as low as $460, and then all the rest of them are under $600, I think. It's only one. So $560 for an Ibiza loft, and that's
interesting how many lofts they're doing in that neighborhood. That is such a difference between Four Seasons and Del Webb. Del Webb never does a spec with a loft. If you see a spec with a loft in Del Webb, it's because somebody backed out of a contract,
right?
And now it's moving to a spec home. Whereas Four Seasons has been doing a bunch of lofts over there.
Yep.
Mark, hold on. I'm gonna raise my hand.
Yes, go ahead.
All right. So we looked at the Horizons prices, and we looked at the specs at Four Seasons and Del Webb, and we didn't look at Crestwood, but let's include those in the Del Webb and Next in range also. The Four Seasons Del Webb are clearly more expensive. Yes.
Yes.
The houses cost more.
Yes.
But listen, this is not a down thing about Lennar at all, like about Horizons. I really do like that neighborhood a lot. But if you're looking at an apples to apples comparison with dollars going out the door on a monthly basis, there's some more expense over at Horizons. And so I think sometimes people see the house prices at Horizon, they say, well, that's the lowest, that's going to have a big amenity center, I'm going to go there. Well, you might want to just pay attention to some of the other ones also. And we work in all these neighborhoods, so I don't care where you buy. But when we do the math, you got Dorchester County property taxes at Horizons versus Berkeley County, which are lower for Del Webb and Four Seasons. You've got a higher monthly fee over at Horizons. It's going to be $359 when the amenity center opens versus $300 at Four Seasons, and Del Webb is about $300 also. Mm-hmm. And then there is a community development fee on Horizons and Del Webb of about $1,000 a year. So if you do the math, the cheapest on a monthly or yearly basis, if we take out the price of the house, is Four Seasons. Mm-hmm. Because we've got no community development fee, we've got lower Berkeley County taxes, and a $59 a month less on an HOA than we do at Horizons. Now, all that being said, we're good with all these and we love them all. We sell a ton in all of these neighborhoods, but it's just something to think about. If you just hyper focused on, $430,000 at Horizons, well, when it's all done, maybe you should be looking at a $480 at Four Seasons or somewhere else that might be close to. I'm kind of making up numbers right now, but I think you get what I'm going at.
Yeah, no, that's so smart. We've actually had a lot of people do just what you said, and that's why I think you brought it up. Is they say, dollars out, I am going to be way cheaper over here, and the amenity center at Four Seasons is already done. People are using it now. Yeah. So that was a big plus for sure. Yep. Jackie said she's ready for a single story already.
I never go upstairs in my house. No, we have kids in the house still, so my girls, stay upstairs.
Yeah.
But I've got maybe 2,400 square foot on the first level here, and it's fantastic. But I think you're about to pop Joan's comment up here. Joan's absolutely right. Like lofts and bathtubs in the primary bath are very important. So I can't wait for Four Seasons house to be finished. Some people like Joan, like lofts, like if you've got family that are going to come for an extended amount of time, or you're going to have more visitors, or if a lot of people, these kids don't move on as quick as they used to. I was out the house before I was 18. But that's not the case now. So, kid comes home through college or after college for a minute, those lofts can make a big difference.
And like the Zoom call I had today, the people wanted a loft because they are artists and they want the whole upstairs to be their art studios and stuff like that.
I've seen that done. We had one lady that had she was a seamstress or something, but she had this big mat. The thing was like 6 feet long that she used to, I don't know what she did with it, but it was huge.
We told her not to call us to carry it upstairs.
No.
Like we're full service realtors, but not like that.
Not that full service. No.
Pamela says, did you see the 30-year interest rate at Four Seasons if you can close by May 31st? I did see that. I don't remember what it was though.
So I've seen them recently. They had a 4.99, I think. And a lot of times VA is lower on, so a VA loan rate and FHA are typically lower than conventional, and the builders often do that. So they'll have one rate for conventional and sometimes a lower rate for VA and an FHA.
Yeah. Jackie says, Jeff, how big is your house?
Well, it's like 3,000 square feet, but I don't know how much the downstairs is because I forget. My house is like a lot of the houses we sell. It at its core, it's a ranch.
Yeah.
And then we added the second.
You've got to have 700 square feet upstairs, though.
I would think so. 2 big bedrooms, not big bedrooms, 2 regular bedrooms.
And
here was the problem: is one of them has a walk-in closet and one doesn't, and so we had to pick which kid we love the most to give the walk-in closet to,
or which kid is the messiest, so they could hide their stuff. Right?
Well, we should have gone with that. Yeah.
Let me bring up Summerwind since we have so many people on from Summerwind. So they have 5 quick move-ins. Some of these, a couple of them went. It looks like. Oh, I think the ones close on Evening Glow went. Oh no, there's one. Okay, so there was 2 on Evening Glow. Looks like one of them went under contract. This one's though 2,400 square feet, 3 beds, 3 full baths for $460. That's a great price.
That's a good size house.
Yeah, and then a 1,900 and a 2,000 square foot, a Curator and an Adventure in the 430s. That's huge. And then we've got 2 under 400 now, which are the Traveler plans.
And since we just talked about this with the other ones, Summerwind is in Cane Bay. So you are the lower Berkeley County taxes. The HOA fee there is going to be $275 or $250. $250 or $275 more?
$250, I think.
$250, yeah. When the pool opens, or actually they were giving you your first year for free. I don't know if they're still doing that or not.
Yeah, I don't remember.
And so there's no there's no community development fee over in Summerwind. So lower Berkeley County taxes, no community development, and the lowest monthly HOA. But of course, with this does not come the big amenity center. It's only 204 houses in that neighborhood when they're all done. But they're going to have a lovely pool, pickleball, the dog parks, and like a pavilion type thing.
Yeah. And it's not restricted 55, but it is targeted 55.
Right.
And then the other one I'm impressed with lately, I'm actually going there Friday night with the clients, is right next door to Summerwind, right across the lake or right across their pond, is Tidewater. So Tidewater right now has 28 spec homes coming. And every one of these homes has a gas lantern, and they're all raised foundations. So you have a little step up. Well, that one's not raised. That's weird. Most of them are raised. I guess it depends on the lot and all. But
yeah, it could be.
That they are gorgeous homes, nice trim. It's not a 55 plus. You don't get your yard cut like you do over in Summerwind.
Yep.
But this is going to be a nice, smaller neighborhood as well. And I sent a client just to drive through and say, hey, see if you like it. We'll go there Friday. He texted me back an hour later. Yes, set it up. So we're going there Friday night.
If you were looking for a little bit, a nicer house, I'll just say it. In Cane Bay right now, this and Meritage both are really contenders, in my opinion. That they're doing a little bit special things with these houses and over at Meritage.
Yeah. And look, one of them has a 3-car garage.
I'm so jealous of that.
I am too.
I was just thinking, we had that client we were talking about with the other day, Mark. They're going to come down and probably build at Del Webb, I'm guessing. But actually, they consider 4 Seasons not too. But they were okay with the what's the garage called? It's escape with the 2 deep, the tandem.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that would be nice with extra space. That's where it's a 2-car wide, and one of them is 2 cars deep.
Yeah,
and that would be nice for the extra space. But I really want a 3 across, so I don't have to move vehicles when I want to get the slingshot of the golf cart out.
Yeah, but it's not like you're driving the slingshot every day, so it could work. I mean, it would be better than what you have now, right?
Well, the biggest problem is these kids I got, because I got the girls a car, so that's always in the way now. I got to get them out of the house, and I'll be fine.
Yeah. You can't send them to my. I only have 3 spots.
I am sending mine to your house this weekend.
Lisa says Summerwind has gorgeous homes too. Pool foundation, small but mighty. Yes, I agree, Lisa. Love that neighborhood. All right, I want to talk about Waterside for a minute. I took the same client that's looking at Tidewater. I took him over to Waterside. They have 24 homes available now. And some of these,
bunch of them on the water there.
On the lake, yeah.
Yeah.
So this Henninger is like what, almost $55,000 off, and it was a cool plan. Let me pull up the video because I got video of the outside and the downstairs, and this is anything along the water is going to be the hardy plank.
Yeah.
So some of this neighborhood is vinyl, but anything on the water is hardy plank. So this one was hardy plank. There's also another one of these coming in the future right down the road. But I really like this one that's going to be done end of this month, I think, better than the other one because when you go outside the back door and look down, you're kind of looking down the lake system where the other one you can't see down as far as this one. So this has an upstairs, but the master is on the first floor. Let me see if I can speed it up a little. All right. So you walk in and you've got an office right here to the right, which is pretty decent size, I feel like. And then, oh yeah, I'm going to do a little twirl. Let me speed this up. All right. So you come out of the office and then you have the stairs to go upstairs right there. And then there's a little hallway here to the right to come in from the garage. And then the laundry room is in there. There was no power, so it was kind of dark. And then you come into this kitchen. And I know you don't like this island setup, but I really think it's cool. It's got some really nice quartz. I was trying to show off the little veins in the quartz there.
I have an OCD meltdown when I see that island.
I kind of like it because you can wrap seats all the way around, and so if you're in the kitchen cooking, you can still have entertain and all that. This did not vent out to the outside, but it's not that hard to get that done afterwards. Fridges, washers, and dryers don't come with these, but on the other side of the lake, up the road a little bit, Meritage they do allow those. But it was a cool plan, like plenty of room for a big dining table. You've got plenty of room over there for your stuff. Look, Valerie agrees with me. I love that counter space too. Thank you, Valerie. Here is the master. So this was the problem with the client I had. They felt like they could definitely fit their 2 nightstands and a king bed on that wall. And then on the other wall, put their dresser. But they also have Chester drawers that they feel like they couldn't fit in there. So I told them, really, the closet is big enough that you can put it in there, but they really wanted it in their room. Yeah. So it doesn't have the frameless shower, but it's got the bench there. And look how big that closet is. That's pretty decent size.
Yeah.
Good linen closet. But let me get to the outside because that's where it was really nice. So look at this view. You get screened-in porch. And it was pretty big. I think it was like 12 by 12 or 12 by 15 or something like that. And it's got the arched
roof on the ceiling there.
But if you look to the right down there, you see how you can look down the lake system. So to the left is the big lake out there beyond those trees, those far trees. And then when you look the other way, it's really cool to look down. Let's see if I do it.
Those are great lots.
And there were
right now the best lakefront spec homes for sale are in this neighborhood in Meritage.
Yes, definitely. I agree. And all under 600,000, like both this neighborhood and Meritage under 600,000. So I feel like Meritage maybe has a little bit higher quality as far as like the spray foam insulation and things like that, but otherwise it's pretty good.
These are great houses Lennar's doing also.
All right, let me get rid of that. I wanted to bring up Lindera with Lennar as well because they have 20 homes coming up and some of theirs were as low as $317. Now that's only 1,200 square feet. But for a starter,
if you're renting a place for $2,000 a month, let's have a conversation. I mean, that's
right. That's probably $2,100 a month with taxes and insurance and everything. And then they've got some bigger ones in here too: 2,600, 2,600, 2,800, 3,400 square feet.
For well under 500.
Yeah, under 500.
Yeah, you could have a whole buttload of kids and be under 500,000.
Yeah. And then Carnes still had some 17 homes. Like this one is like 50,000 off, 2,100 square feet with the double porches.
Mm-hmm.
So lots and lots and lots of options. Lots of lots. I did pull up Crestwind too. They've got some move-in immediates. Oh, that one's sold, but they got at least 3 here that are hickory and the dogwood and the fir. The fir is my favorite. That's the one my mother-in-law has too.
Yep, I like that one.
Yeah. Lisa says beautiful options. Yes, lots of options. Paul says all the developments in Cane Bay are very attractive. Yes.
Yeah, there's no neighbors there I hate. That's for sure. Yeah. There's ones that are significantly older, but I really like all the new stuff that's going on over there.
Yeah. Paul, you might see Lisa in here. She's going to be one of your neighbors. She's from Rhode Island, so if you see her name, say hello when you're down visiting and all. Yes, Jeff, go ahead.
I want to say what we did this weekend.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Because this is one of the things I love so much about living in Somerville. So we went to Myrtle Beach again for the weekend with the what did we named the Gregg family and the Klim family together. It's
Grimm,
the Grimm crew. Yeah. So we went up to Myrtle Beach and we stayed at a new resort this weekend that we hadn't stayed at before, and it was really nice. I feel like I failed because I picked the Vista Resort, which is where we stayed the last time we went, and we really liked it. It was lovely. But we went to this new resort in Myrtle, and I know Mark well enough right now. He's already looking it up online because I forget the name of it. It was kind of at the northern end of Myrtle proper. It's probably a mile north of like where the Ferris wheel and the boardwalk and all that kind of stuff is.
Yeah.
But I think this hotel is all Airbnbs in there. It's not like a regular hotel. You have to do it through Airbnb. But we got a 3-4 bedroom condo with a really big balcony. The balcony was phenomenal.
Yeah.
And okay, is this our place?
Yeah, this is the place we stayed in before you got there. I got this video real quick.
So there are 2 double beds in this room, and then there was 2 bathrooms back here. There's the bathroom there that was for 2 of the bedrooms, so double bowl, sink, shower, tub combo deal. And then there was 2 single beds in this room. TVs, all the furniture and everything. And then this is like the second master back here. So it's got a full bath ensuite in this room. And then it had its own, there's a Klim kid right there. And it had its own balcony back there.
And you could still see the beach from here, right there. There you go. There's a good little.
Yeah.
But the back porch is where it was at.
Yeah. And it had everything like, it was full kitchen, and it had a I screwed up. I didn't know it had a coffee maker that did Keurig. I wish I would have known that. But full kitchen, so we did a little cooking in there. And there's a big table. There's the primary bedroom, king size bed in there, ensuite bathroom with access to the balcony. Oh, you had a little bathtub in there too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Sharon said that was a scary shower. But
scary shower?
Yeah, she said it was a little claustrophobic.
Not like the homes that we sell now with the oh my god size showers.
Right.
So kitchen, big table, sat 6, and actually it was seated about 8 there. Yeah. And then look at all this feeding up, but look at this view. Look at that. And I like they had a bunch of chairs outside too. Sometimes they don't have enough chairs outside.
Yeah, we had the
But this
whole
one had
families
plenty.
out there one night. And one of these we looked up is for sale, right, Jeff?
Yes, it was for sale for 750,000.
Yeah. I don't remember what the regime was, but it was up there too.
It's probably about $800-900 a month for the regime.
Yeah. But man, what a location this was. It was
Yeah.
great. We went up there and did one video and then just had some family time. And this was awesome.
So that's a great thing part about living here. If you like to go sit in the beach, sit and stare at the ocean like I do, having Myrtle be 2 hours and 15 minutes away. And, we never go there in July and August for the most part. We always go off season. The hotels are cheap. This was 300 and some bucks a night for this 4-bedroom. But you can go there in the off season and pay, 70, 60, 80 bucks a night, something for, regular hotel room on the water with the balcony and everything.
Yeah. Jeff said, leave us old neighborhoods alone.
Live in an old neighborhood.
Well, actually, Old Rice, which is part of Cane Bay, is over 20 years old now, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was the original, right?
Yeah. That was the first one in there, I think. That and Del Webb. Those were the first two, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Del Webb, there's some there. They're like 17 now.
Yeah. Yeah. That Del Webb, though, don't, if you're coming to town and you're looking at all the 55 pluses, don't discount that Del Webb now, because it is one of the nicest maintained, manicured, beautiful grounds out of all of them. And some of them have been updated with new roofs and
updated, new air, new roof. There's a lot of those that are like moving into a very updated, like what you would see in some of the other neighborhoods, and lots of lakes in there, or ponds. Yeah. Lots of ponds.
Yeah,
lots of water views in there. Not a ton of houses in there backed up to other houses. They really did a good job laying it out.
And then the other thing is if it's not updated, the prices on the non-updated ones, you could definitely do your own updates. We have one client that did that. They found the layout that they loved. They didn't have to go do floors or anything because they had already had tile in there, and that was fine for them. But they did update their kitchen and move some walls around to change the pantry, and those were good. And Valerie's saying, is that Del Webb Nexton or Cane Bay that you're referring to? And this is
we're talking about Cane Bay right now.
Yeah,
but great, it's kind of closer to the middle of Cane Bay, so really good access by golf cart to get to all the stores and restaurants. If new isn't a must-have, you probably want to pay attention, and that's part of the process with us. Is when you book a Zoom call with us and we start to learn a little bit about what you're looking for, we can be sending you those listings until you get here, and that way you could have a better feel for what each neighborhood has to offer, and then we can go show you some resales in there if we need to when you get here, if you want to see that neighborhood.
Yeah.
Mark, I have another thing I want to talk about.
Yeah, go for it.
Would you care to share what time you told me I had to be at the office tomorrow morning to everybody?
6:30 a.m.
I'm not doing it.
What do you mean you're not doing it?
That's too early.
Listen, do you want to make sure our clients are happy with video and giving them everything they need, or not? I mean, that is the question right now.
No, I want to sleep in. I mean, not even sleep in. Can we bump it to 7?
I guess if you want to be late, that's fine.
We're not. What if I drive fast?
If you can make it to Greenville in 3 hours, then sure.
Fine. We'll fight about it offline.
You're not the fastest driver, though.
I'm not a fast driver. I'm a very old man driver. I really am. Like, I have not had a speeding ticket since like 1991.
Yeah. Hey, I was just looking. Peggy says you should probably change that clock behind you, Jeff.
That's a good.
That's funny. That's funny right there. Good job, Peggy. Holy cow, with the time change added in, I'd sleep in.
Here's my problem. So we're going up to Greenville for a couple days to do some video. Rose also picked up on it.
Yeah.
So we're going to Greenville to do some video, and if I have to set my alarm to get up and there's a 5 in the first number, I don't like that.
What it only takes you 30 minutes to get ready. I mean,
well, that's true. So if I have to be there at 6:30, but I got to drive. I have to get up at like 5:45 to be at the office by 6:30.
All right, let's do 6:45.
All right, I'll set my alarm for 6.
Yeah,
and you'll probably be up for 17 hours already, anyways, because you're like a vampire. You don't sleep. I'll set my alarm at 6, and I'll get to the office as soon as I can. I already gassed my car up, so we don't have to stop for gas or nothing.
Oh, good.
I'll make the coffee tonight. So I just got to push the button in the morning. I'll set my alarm for 6, and I'll be there as soon as I can.
Okay, fair enough.
All right.
Hey, speaking of Zoom calls, do you know that we've already had 15 to 20? I think it's 17 new Zoom calls this year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we were able to talk to quite a few people. So if you want to book a Zoom call, definitely click down into the description, or at the end of the video there'll be a QR code. We would love to talk more about your specific situation, so we can see if Somerville's the lifestyle you want to live, or maybe it's Mount Pleasant or Myrtle Beach or Greenville. We can help you in all those areas for sure.
And Mark, why are we going to Greenville if we work in Somerville? That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't, right? So Mike on our team decided to just up and move because, he had this calling from God to go run a church up there as well on the weekends. So Mike is going to be our Greenville expert. And actually, he lived there before moving here. So he's even more of an expert than some of the people that live in Greenville.
Did you ever notice Jesus didn't check with us at all to see if it was okay for Mike to go up and start leading the church up there in Spartanburg?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me.
It's baffled.
But it's okay. He obviously just didn't know who we were. I mean,
you just compared yourself to Jesus.
We had one of the Greenville reps. There's a brand new Del Webb coming in Greenville, and that's one of the videos we want to go do and get some more information about it, see how far along it was. It used to be a golf course, and they wiped out the golf course, unfortunately. Very sad. But it's going to be a really nice community. I think it's like 700 homes that's going to be there. So
I feel like you're going to go in with a little bit of an attitude in the beginning about that Del Webb because they took out a golf course. And you've done this in the past over in like Kings Grant when you got all butthurt that they took out that golf course.
I did. But I'll try to be nice because it's Del Webb and we like Del Webbs and all that. So we're going to go get some information on that and provide that back to everybody. But, it's a little cold up there. Like,
is it?
It's like 5 degrees difference, I think.
Oh, I might wear pants tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't know. It's still set a 7 for tomorrow and a 69 for 70 degrees for tomorrow and 69 for Thursday. So we'll see.
Hey, Peggy and Rose, just so you know, I'm not changing that clock just because you told me to.
He's going to do it.
It'll be that next week. Unless Andrea realizes.
I'll get Andrea to do it.
Is going to say the same thing next week as it does now. And boss me around.
Edna says, you two crack me up. You sound like an old married couple. I am Jeff. Love to sleep. And Bob is Mark. Up at the crack of dawn, not wanting to sleep the day away. Yes.
Yeah. You know what? Here's my concern. You remember the movie Grumpy Old Men?
Yeah.
I'm afraid we turn into that. And that movie is phenomenal. Walter Matthau and What's His Nuts.
Living across the street from each other?
I love that movie. But we really shouldn't probably turn into that.
No. Maybe we should stay in separate neighborhoods just so we don't turn into that.
Plus, Edna, if I was going to be married to a man, I could do way better than him.
Peggy liked your comment back to her as well. So that was an hour. That went by pretty quick. Cue the odd couple theme. Very good, Jackie. Very good. So yeah, that's our hour. Thanks everybody for allowing us to come into your homes and mobile phones and tablets and all of that. We appreciate you watching and being a part of our community. Towards the end here, you'll see a QR code. Scan that for us. Book a Zoom call. Whether you're 9 weeks out or 3 years out, we would love to talk to you. And even if it's just to give you some information about the area to see if this might be the right fit. We have had people that decided, South Carolina is not right for me. I need to go all the way to Florida to the hot season. But normally we went out. We went out on those. So
they were. I mean, remember they were crack smokers too that picked Florida over here. So
they were not crack smokers. They were nice people.
They were nice people. I like them.
But so let us know if you need anything about anywhere in South Carolina. All our contact information is down in the description. Until next week, we'll see you later.
Yeah, shut this thing down. I'm going to bed.
Go get some sleep.
Stop going now.
Bye.
See ya.